All right, so let me explain the Sensi Spirit game to you. So each sash has a big button. This one is 1717. This button stays with the sash, okay? You also have 3 more small for this reunion. Number 1, aha moments. Our daughter said, why don't you just call them epiphanies? That's what they are, Dad. We call them aha moments because epiphanies sound stuffy. So when you have ideas that come into your mind, when you have something that somebody says that touches you, when you see something in print that impresses you, write it down. Every hour of this reunion, you should get 1 aha moment. An aha moment is like a pearl of wisdom that you will take home with you, and what we want is by the end you have an entire pearl necklace, okay? And you just might be called upon or want to at some point share your aha moments, and if that is the case, they are short, they are concise, and they are epiphanies, aha moments in your life. They're not long stories that have been happening over the last 10 years, okay?
Okay, and the next one is to be present. So we're not saying like you can't be on your phones and stuff, but just try and be in the session that you're in and be listening to what they're saying and really feeling what is going on in the moment.
Okay, and the third thing is to show Sensi Spirit. We love to see. But there are other versions of Sensi Spirit that are just as important. Never pass up an opportunity to smile at somebody. Okay? You should never go through a convention or through a reunion with a scowl or a frown on your face. And if you see us doing it, then catch us on it. We should all be smiling and supporting each other.
Lastly, we love you guys, and thanks for being here. And we hope that your first time at reunion is amazing.
And on our 20th anniversary, we want that to be your 10th reunion. Okay? So get in this.
Oh, I'm in it.
Dig in. Learn all you can. Get committed.
Have fun.
Have fun. Bye-bye. What's the story? All of our female executives are working? As usual.
Founders Circle, led by Sensi founders Kara Egan and Colette Ganell.
There's nothing up my sleeve, my love.
too. On the inside, you see me gotta know. Still a girl that
And I, had just spent about $20 jar candle and I couldn't even light it. So I liked the warming idea better than burning, but I was still kind of looking for another option. In July 2003, on the 25th of July, it was my mom's birthday. And we decided to go for a birthday lunch. And I bought one of the coffee mug warmers and gave it to her for her birthday. And all of our sister-in-laws happened to be there and my sisters. And we just got talking about candles that day. And I mentioned how my neighbor would take her glass jar and break it and take out the wax. And then she would cut up the wax and she used to warm them in those old little potpourri crock pot little warmers. And I really didn't think much about it, but I happened to mention it at this lunch.
Well, I didn't think much about it either, except that it seemed a little extreme and not very safe to break the glass. Later that night, my family was eating dinner and I got my inspiration, my light bulb moment. I literally heard the words in my mind that this was my business, to make candle chunks. If people were breaking the glass to get the good smell they wanted, then they would buy it with the glass already off. I wasn't sure what to do, but since Colette's story had kind of sparked the idea, I called her and asked her if she'd ever want to start a business. I'm forever thankful that she said yes. So, we have a great idea, but what do we do next? We soon realized that we had no business experience, no clue how to start a business. We didn't know what we were doing. Several people pointed out that most new businesses fail, so not to get our hopes up too high. And worst problem, we had no money. Basically, we didn't know much at all.
Yeah, that was pretty scary, but what we did have going for us was we were really determined and we were willing to
In a different market. This is where we first met Jeannie Morehouse, as well. Yeah,
And headed to a house on the North Shore that they had found. I still hadn't made any money yet, but we had our first plan.
I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike one. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike two. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike three. Wow! I'm the greatest pitcher in the world! Passing on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
perspective shines a bright light of realization that you just might be succeeding in other ways. I don't want to take optimism too far. Optimists do have bad days and disappointments. Being optimistic is not the same as whitewashing issues and problems. And I hate making mistakes, especially when they affect all of you. I want them fixed as fast as anyone, and I certainly don't mind being told what we can do better. You don't have to be a pessimist to affect positive change. In fact, studies show that optimists get more done. Optimists don't get depressed over mistakes, they learn from them and they move forward. In his book, The Power of Optimism, best-selling author and therapist Alan Loy McGinnis gives 12 characteristics of optimists, and I'm going to just share a few with you. They believe that they have stripped him of
herd of red deer. They said, well, let's watch the deer. So they put these video cameras in the trees, and they're watching the herd. And at some point in time, they've got to go to the water supplies. Now, this is not a small decision. If they go too soon, then some of the members won't get enough nutrients. If they go too late, then some of the members may be dehydrated. If they go at the wrong speed, some of the members may not keep up and be vulnerable to predators. And it's a cultural problem for the deer. When do they go to the watering hole? Which of the watering holes do they choose? and who makes the decision. And what they expected was that the wise elder alpha deer, who every spring butted heads with all the other deer, that he would say, okay guys, time to go, I've decided. But that's not what they saw happen. Instead what they saw happen was that as the deer were grazing, that some of them would start pointing at one of the 3 holes. And when the 51st percentage, say there was 100 deer, when the 51st deer pointed its head at one of the watering holes, so that a majority of them were pointing at one of the watering holes, within just a matter of moments, the entire herd would form together and go to that water hole. And very often the alpha deer would be in the back going, where'd everybody go?
Isn't that amazing? So it isn't the wisest, strongest, most aggressive, or the loudest that keeps the herd moving. It's their connection to each other and their cooperation. Just as those red deer move together, so should we. The Fault in Our Stars, the Facebook study, the I Am documentary, they are all so different, yet they all point to one thing: connection. Young adults are connected despite their circumstances and fall in love. All of us on Facebook are connected in ways that go beyond social media that can affect our attitudes and emotions. Our world is connected not just by technology, but also possibly by the very electricity of our heartbeats. And symbolically speaking, our hearts are optimistic, contagiously optimistic about the world and our place in it. Just as the red deer are safer when they cooperate and travel together, our human connection to each other allows us to feel safe. And when we feel safe and whole, loved and cared for, we can practice contagious optimism and spread our sense of childlike wonder far and wide. We can have hope for the future. So I've mentioned hope a few times this morning. Looking at the verb hope, we can see that it means to look forward to with desire and reasonable confidence. Hope and the light of 100,000 fireflies. You are my fireflies. Okay, so now I want you to take your phones out. If you have them, get them out. And when I say the year that you joined Sensi, I want you to turn on your light and shine it for everyone to see. And we're going to watch Sensi's spirit illuminate this arena. And when you get home, you will illuminate your corner of the world. Okay, you guys all ready? Got your phones out?
I don't either, I just have this.
2009. 2010. 2011, 2012, 2013.